All right, so here you guys go. You see this right here? This is a hive. Our very first hive, we got that from my parents last year for Christmas, and we were not able to get into the actual beekeeping. We just didn't have the time. My schedule didn't really allow for me to get into the bees. I kind of talked about it before. I really wanted to start them last year, but it just didn't align right. And me being out of town right when they would have started, I didn't think that would be a fair chance for a new hive an environment to work. So I kind of passed on them. It was a hard decision. I felt really torn about it, but I knew what was best for me and best for, the future of beekeeping on this property was to not try to push ourselves to where we were going to fail these bees. So we got this hive. It was sitting around. So my parents are very supportive of what we're doing here. In fact, they are doing some of the same kind of stuff on their property, the Backwoods Farm. And you guys seen over there, it's the monolithic dome property that they have. And I've done a lot of videos over there. We're going to continue doing more as they get more time to work over there. And then also as I get more time in my schedule to do things, I'm going to go over there and do more videos of what they're doing over there. So with that in mind, they started beekeeping, and they really want us to be able to get into beekeeping also. And they're trying to do their best to make it accessible for us. Buying us that hive was amazing. What a great gift. This year, they went up even one more beyond that. So we got us a nice smoker that came from my parents, and a couple tools. I already have some beekeeping tools, but they made sure that we got everything else we would need for it. And on top of that, my parents actually got us a nook. So they've purchased bees for next year for us. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That means, guys, that bees are happening on the Citystead next year 100%. Oh, man, I'm so pumped about this. I really wanted to get them going last year, and I just didn't. And I made that decision, and I was like regretting it all year because I'm like, it'd really be awesome to have the bees. But you can't. Sometimes you have to do what's best, and that was what was best was to cut ties with the dream of doing bees last year. So my parents giving us this opportunity for next year is just unbelievable. They're awesome, and I love that they support what we're doing here as much as they do, because a lot of people don't get that support. A lot of people are like, you guys are nuts and crazy, don't be doing stupid things like that. Like, why would you do that? You can just go to the store and get all this stuff, but my parents are really into it. They like the idea of everything we're doing, and they like to be able to be as very supportive of us as they can be. So this is another way that they support us. They're actually giving us the opportunity to have bees on the Citystead. I feel so loved and just in awe. It's amazing. It's such an amazing opportunity to be able to do. So I'm very excited because it's really gonna happen next year, guys. There's no doubt about it. We're doing bees next year thanks to my parents. So now that we know that we're starting bees next year for sure, that means this is going to be the big project of the winter and spring, is getting this area cleaned out and accessible for putting up the hives and just being able to access it, block it off from the kids so they're not wandering back here and getting stung or anything, but really setting this area up. So as you can see, I got a little bit of junk on the ground here. I already started cleaning it a little bit, so it's not nearly as bad as it was last spring when there was like tons of stuff back here. So this is it, guys. We got to really get on this. So you'll see a lot of videos of me trying to set up where my apiary is going, which is bam right here. I think it's going to work out all right. I think with the greenhouse right here, it's going to change the flight pattern of the bees coming back in enough to where it probably won't be too big of an issue for the kids. I'm going to put a little bit of a bamboo fence right there to keep them up a little bit higher from where the neighbor's yard is. And I think it's going to work out all right. And then the biggest thing of doing is right in there, I need to put a gate so I can keep those kids on that side of it and the bees on this side of it. Now, obviously bees fly everywhere, but as long as I can keep the kids away from the actual hive part, I'm really excited about it, really looking forward to it now, and I'm pumped about what we're going to be doing next year at the Citystead. We got a lot of awesome things that are going to be happening, between the garlic, between the honey now, the beekeeping, and also just our normal gardening, I think we're going to have a year that is just unbelievable next year when it comes to getting to where we want to be, just making more of our own food. You know, that's really what we want to do. And I think next year we're going to have a huge step toward doing that, and then actually making a little bit of money off of our Citystead, which would be phenomenal, because who wouldn't like a little extra money? All right, well, that's it. A lot of big stuff happening next year. Hope you guys are staying tuned. Hope you're interested in seeing all the new stuff we'll have going on next year. And remember, live bold.